The Divination Commission has ways of extracting the truth, and they're far more effective than a conversation.
Then please, Master Diviner, witness my destiny.
That's why you're here? All for that?
Well, not what you were expecting.
I can't believe it. But the Matrix of Prescience cannot be wrong. Kafka has nothing to do with the Stellaron, but you... It's you. Ha! Absurd! I'd never have thought it. Ask her yourself. Take as long as you wish. I must report this to the General immediately. Please excuse me.
You go ask her. I know you still have many questions for Kafka yourself.
Hi. You haven't changed a bit. I'm sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state. Concerned about me? I'm fine. The Xianzhou is always courteous with its captives. I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me. Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, I would then tell you the objective of this trip in all its detail. Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going smoothly. Are you ready to hear my answer? Xianzhou's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say the Stellaron hunters are completely innocent. We foresaw all this long ago, but chose to remain indifferent until the time was right for us to get involved. Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1, the Stellaron hunters are not enemies of the Xianzhou. You know this now, though you refuse to believe it. 2, someone else brought the Stellaron into the Xianzhou and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. Traitors on the Luofu and enemies from outside want to overthrow the Xianzhou. The Master Diviner is in a hurry to find the General, presumably to inform him of this fact. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission using the Matrix of Prescience against me. To guard against setbacks, he ensured that I knew only what he wanted the Xianzhou Alliance to know in this moment. As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, the Xianzhou Alliance could never have guessed it. If the Stellaron hunters aren't the cause of all this, then why are Blady and I even here? We're here for you. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fu Shen doesn't believe it either. But the Matrix of Prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. The Stellaron hunters appearing here, Blady getting arrested, me being lured to the Matrix of Prescience. It was all to bring you, the Astral Express crew, to the Xianzhou. In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew had to come to the Luofu and achieve something important for the Xianzhou. You had to establish a connection with the Alliance. And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Luofu's general in person and to help him resolve the Stellaron crisis. I needed the Alliance to owe you a favor. That way, in the future, at the most critical moment, the Xianzhou will offer you their help. What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that just to make you a hero of the Xianzhou? Quite the plot twist, don't you think? Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work. There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook, the destruction. And when that time comes, you will need all the help you can get. It will be a brutal struggle of eonic proportions. Proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of futures, that's when destiny ends. But if we follow Elio's plan, there may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon. You know, even eons can be killed.
Hey, Luocha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the
I don't understand. They're all eons.
Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaoshe.
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice.
In that case, let's just change the subject.
Fine.
Oh, this one?
The deceased. Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. Ah, I'd quite forgotten.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. The Foxians and the Vidyadhara have their own ceremonies. As for the Vidyadhara, my mom calls the Vidyadhara long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of... What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Vidyadhara are long scions. The power was a rare inheritance.
Ah, I've heard the story of Long the Permanents and their descendants, but for some reason, the Eon... Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal, and will
Let me ask... Friend?
No,
So, sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? Let's leave it at that, shall we?
This will strengthen our position. I've no interest in conflict.
You!
Let me through! Dodge this!
Receive divinity.
Take this! Rise, Venus!
The dead return!
Wanna see what I can do? Dodge this!
Mara struck.
It looks like someone's hurt. Silent but deadly. Locha, let's charge in together.
What
I've only got 2 hands.
Enough.
Let me through.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Hands hurt. Wanna see what I can do? Dodge this! Take this! Rise, Venus! Let me through.
I'll...
Fighting is meaningless.
Wanna see what I can dodge this?
Eternal the dead return! You!
Sorry, my motor is broken. Are you a I'm sorry.
I happen to have...
Oh, it's just...
Don't worry, Miss Susha. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful.
It won't work. My body is mechanical.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still...
How?
Abundance.
Very good. As a judge in the employ of the Ten, I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. If it hadn't been for a...
Strange.
Come with... I've never seen anything like it.
You know, even eons can be killed. Are you kidding? That's not what we want. I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen. Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the Order, Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze. These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared, leaving behind only masterless paths. And currently, there are 3 ways an Eon can perish known to humanity. 1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Enna the Order was assimilated by Xipe the Harmony. 2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. Under the guidance of the Hunt, the Cienjo Alliance travels the universe exterminating abominations cultivated by the Abundance. So, the Cienjo, too, are engaged in this process. As far as I know, the predecessors of the Alliance were the Elixir Seekers. They searched for Yaoshi and longed for the blessing of immortality. When they eventually found the Eon, they received a blessing that did indeed prevent death, the Ambrosial Arbor. But immortality turned out to be a curse for the Cienjo. That's when the Hunt appeared, firing an arrow and felling the Ambrosial Arbor. Ever since, the Alliance has followed the Hunt in pursuit of Yaoshi, erasing the curse of immortality from the universe along the way. What do you think? Fascinating stories, no? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never tell you. Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun. Let's go, Blady. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape? How are we gonna explain this to the Master Diviner?
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brain... Wasn't this the dead tree Qingque showed us earlier?
Amazing. Absolutely.
Such extraordinary energy.
Mr. Yang,
Yes.
If you find any components, can I have them?
Gotcha. Come on, my turn.
Target threat index lowered. Hide.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return! What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
You chose the wrong.
Gotcha. Choose me strike.
Eliminating threat.
Let's settle this.
More business, eh?
Wait for the tide.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
My turn. Luck of the draw. Please. And victory! I'm not afraid.
We're just having fun.
I'm okay.
How you gonna win if you don't take any risk?
A new crucible for the furnace.
Unless Kafka deceived the Matrix of Prescience.
Stay calm, Diviner Fu. The Matrix of Prescience does not lie. I agree there is a hostile external force at work on the Luofu. The Stellaron didn't appear out of thin air. Kafka's revelations confirm my suspicions.
You... General,
The moment the planter of the Stellaron revealed himself. The Xianzhou has the Stellaron corrosion continues to flood into the ship. The Stellaron hunters aren't the ones behind the curtain. No. As soon as I set eyes on Blade, it was clear to me. But why is he? Nevertheless, Lady Fu, your intel means the puzzle is more complete than it was before. These Stellaron hunters are a captivating group.
General, we must retain all Earth.
It's the Stellaron. No need to search high.
Every crisis is a turning point. Am I coming up with a plan again?
Of course. I'm sure you have a countermeasure at the ready.
From my perspective.
As ever, the Master Diviner's Omniscia provides for the fastest solution.
General,
Well,
you're a scoundrel.
pulling up the grass requires removing the roots. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have chosen to make their move now.
You've been sitting on that this whole time? How?
Please, Lady Fu, I still... We were in need of extra hands, and the Stellaron hunters were kind enough to bring us together with the Astral Express.
The General's smiling again. Definitely air. It's my fault. I had iron. Please, we can't keep getting them to do everything for us. You... Do I need to remind you, General?
The violation of... As such, Lady Fu,
Under...
you've been eager to...
You've never given me the...
As for our Astral... Lady Fu will deploy the cloud. This is no order, honored guest.
You've never really...
Miss Tingyun,
Oh, of course, General.
A step forward, Bridges. The ambrosial arbor with... I had long anticipated... Huh? Pursuing Kafka is a... He really is a star skiff is ready.
One 101010 is the...
I still have important tasks. Wait! No, my amnesia. Are you...
Well said.
Done. No need for overtime.
Huh? Look at all the people gathered here. Not a good day for commuting on the LaFu. The Artisanship Commission Delve should have suspended operations after the Stellaron corrosion began. Why haven't these people...
Maybe the Artisanship Commission are just more dedicated to their work? The Divination Commission's diviners aren't exactly a hard act to follow.
At the end of the day, work is work. You need it to live. You know, March, adults forget what relaxation means after a...
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Just speaking from the heart, that's all.
I think they call that complaining from the heart.
Are any of the paths in this world easy to tread? The Artisanship Commission is full of workshops, building state-of-the-art mechanisms, and craftsmen periodically stirring up trouble. It seems like the craftsmen...
Either way, we'll have to go in. Let's ask around first.